Hi, I'm Samantha from Dance Parent 101, and today we are looking at a few different alternatives for the feet of your do-it-yourself PVC ballet bars. Okay, for all my tutorials, I have recommended that you make a foot that basically looks like this. So it has two of these elbow pieces, it has a T in the middle, and it has two 10-inch pieces of pipe on either side. And this has been really sturdy for our ballet bars, and it became even sturdier when I used the plumber's glue or the PVC cement to glue the pieces all together. It became really sturdy. But I just want to give you some other different ideas on what you can do. Something else that can make your ballet bar foot a lot sturdier is by using one of these cross pieces in here. Now, one of the reasons I have not used a cross piece in the middle here is because these pieces are really hard to come by here in Australia. Your regular plumbing shop or your hardware store does not sell these. Plumbers do not need water in the wall to run in all different directions. These are mainly used for irrigation in your lawn and maybe for hot tubs and special kind of jobs. And so I put a special order in to get these. And when I put them together, they're not exactly the same height as my elbows here. So when the foot is on the floor, it sits higher in the middle, meaning that it wobbles. But I have seen other people make their ballet bars with this cross. So if you are able to get a cross piece that is the same size and length as these elbows, you might like to use a cross in the middle of yours to create a really nice sturdy foot for your bar. Another idea that you can use for creating a different type of foot for your ballet bar is the following. Okay, so I've got my daughter Sydney in here because during some of the tutorials I said that perhaps this bar might be a tiny bit tall for her and that we could do something else with the feet. So Sydney, if you stand with your hand on the bar, and I've got my hand on the bar, you can see that I'm about 168 centimeters, and do you know how tall you are? We'll put it up there once I measure it. But it could be a tiny bit high. So if you've made this bar, but you want to make it a bit shorter, you can do that by using a different foot. And so that foot would be like this. So you'd have your T piece, you'd have your two pieces of pipe, and you'll just have some of those end bits there closing off your pipe. So I'm going to put that in here. There we go. Twisting it off. Okay, so now the bar is slightly lower. If you put your hand up there, it's probably at a better height for her using that. But one thing I have found with these type of feet is that you do get a bit of wobble. And again, it might be because of the pipe that I was able to get, meaning that this part here, the width is slightly more than the ends here. Also, even though I'm trying to put it in as hard as I can, the pipe seems to be going upwards slightly and making it not 180-degree horizontal line. So that is why I have opted for this, because I've just found that it was sturdier and it wasn't wobbling up and down like that. But if you would prefer to have this kind of foot, and if it helps you then have an adjustable height on your bar, or to lower your bar if it is slightly too tall at the moment for your child, well then this might be another option for you. Okay, and another thing that I was a little bit worried about with these bars is because they're plastic, if they were going to be used on surfaces such as wood, I was worried about them scratching the floor. But because they are so light, if they do move, they don't cause any scratching on that floor. And if you are using them on another surface such as carpet, or if you are lucky enough to have proper dance flooring such as taquette or marley on the ground, it wouldn't move. Except, now Sydney is only 10, and lift it up. Like, is it hard to lift up?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so it's hard, but you can still lift it up. Okay, so for me, I can just lift it up, watch. I can lift it up like that. If an adult was using this bar,
Like that.
ah, there you go, she can move it like that. But when she's got her ballet hand on the bar, she can't. But sometimes when we use a bar, we tend to grip onto it even though we're not supposed to, and it does move about. So I have actually seen people put weights over the legs of even their ballet bars that they have bought to keep them sturdier. So something that I thought I would go do is see how I could make these feet heavier in the first place. And so I thought, what about filling them with concrete? And that's what I did with these 2 feet. I filled them with concrete and I've let them dry. Now I haven't put anything over the bottom of them yet because I was just a bit weary as to whether this was going to really help them stay down. So these feet are really nice and heavy and they're just filled with concrete. So what we're going to do is that I want to swap these over. Sydney, can you take that one off? And so to take these off, you just need to lift it up. Yep, squish it over. So we've put those feet that I've filled with concrete onto the bar and I'm telling you, it has made a difference. I mean, this bar is not moving so easily as it was before. So Sydney, do you want to just try and see if it's a bit more stable for you? Is that nice and sturdy, that bar?
Yeah.
So if this was going to be your permanent bar that you used on a daily basis at home and you were struggling with it moving a lot because the feet weren't heavy enough, filling them up with concrete, as I did, would be a fantastic idea for you. It would just make that bar so much sturdier.
If you want to know how I made and filled these concrete ballet bar feet, check out the tutorial I made on how to do this.
So I hope those few ideas are helpful for you on choosing the best feet for your PVC ballet bar, and we will see you next time. Bye.